Hey people! Eric here, we're back with Sunless Skies. So, do you remember last time when I was on the quest to search for this poor industrialist's dead-ass wife? And I failed. I got my status reduced here in the Blue Kingdom, and well, I've had to go and get it back. I feel like I didn't have a strong enough reaction to that last time. I had a strong reaction personally to being kicked out and having to go do extra work, but I didn't put it in the right place. I didn't attribute my misfortune to the person who caused it, which was that industrialist. So thank you, Mr. Industrialist, for once again refusing to get your own hands dirty, but subcontracting out to the work to somebody who would do it for you. So thank you, Mr. Musk. Thank you, Mr. Bezos, for providing me the opportunity to work for you. I'm so honored. But we're back. We're ephemera status again. I just got some bronzewood out of literally nowhere. And we're going to try to go through the endless furrows again. Look, a shovel. Give me a shovel. Litigator, tell the thing to give me a shovel. Yee. Dig for your door. Okay. Now let's see. Pass deeper into the catafalque. We know we have to do that. Alright. Endure the removal of your face. You will lose your face and with it 5 hearts. Perhaps you'll be able to get it back at a later date. I certainly hope so. The hand encloses your face. A twist, a wrench, and it retreats with something ragged clutched between its fingers. It hardly hurts at all. If anything, it feels as though a weight has been lifted. Your new reality becomes apparent only when you touch your face and feel nothing but an expanse of brute, blank flesh. How do I breathe? Your vision dims as though a gray veil has closed over the world. With some effort, you're able to manifest a lipless slit of a mouth, which screams. You have passed the test of substance, and your face is gone. You may move further into the catafalque. My face has been confiscated. Give it back. Here the tunnel opens up into a great hall. The gangling sequestrator sits on her raised throne, surrounded by hanging lanterns and censers. As the spirits pass beneath her at a steady shuffle, she extends one telescopic arm and settles a veiny hand across their porcelain mask. With a moment's wrenching effort, she yanks it away, leaving the spirit faceless. It turns and heads deeper into the catafalque. Okay. I have passed the test of substance and surrendered my face to the sequestrator. My face can be reclaimed from the quartermaster in the endless furrows. Help me remember that. The horde of spirits, now without masks. So what do the masks represent? Because all of the spirits, do they come to the Blue Kingdom with a mask, or do they obtain one while they're here? I mean, you could go with the obvious interpretation, which is that like we all have a mask that we kind of present to the world that somewhat hides or at least obscures our true self, right? Or if not obscures, then like it's at least a facade that we have chosen to present, right? Even if we're not actively trying to hide our inner selves, we still pick and choose the part of ourselves that we share with others. So I guess like symbolically stripping that away, or like literally in this case, means that I don't know, is the spirit somehow like, or is the sequestrator somehow preparing these spirits for death, like implying that they need to be defenseless or honest or their true selves, maybe some combination of the above. Okay. The horde of spirits, now without masks, proceed through the tunnels in a seething dark mass. There is a momentum to them now. They move like a flood. A dozen logoi blaze overhead, their incandescent forms casting stark, brilliant shadows. As the shades pass beneath, they're lashed with tongues of bright flame. They flinch, straighten their backs, and hurry on. No spirit is struck twice. Interesting. Interesting. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. Help a bereaved spirit find her lost companion? I mean, of course. The bereaved spirit. With her mask removed, the bereaved spirit's face refuses to stick in your memory. When you look away from her, all you're left with is a vague impression of her heartfelt sadness. His face was taken, she scratches on the wall. I lost him in the crowd. Please, his name is Bobby. Let's search for Bobby. Gosh dang it, Bobby. Oh, fuck. No luck. It looks like I might have another chance to do it, though. You stumble through the tunnels of the catafalque, calling Bobby's name. A torrent of spirits rush past, none sparing you a second glance. Yeah, I can do it later. Or, I could bring some souls here to bribe the Logoi to help me find him. Alright, but, for now, search for the Industrialist's lost love. It will be more difficult to find her now that the spirit's masks have been taken. You call her name and interrogate passing spirits to no avail. She must be at death's door already. Either that or she's passed on. Oh, Industrialist, I do hate you. Should I pass openly beneath the cleansing fires of the Logoi? Or should I pass the Logoi while avoiding their tendrils of fire? I mean, let's avoid them. You slip quickly through the swollen crowd, head bowed. The spirits on either side of you are struck by bolts of fire. For a moment, the shades pause, then continue on their way with renewed purpose. But you escape the Logoi's attentions. Jesus. Pass deeper still into the catafalque. You'll need to pass a final test. After that, death's door awaits. Once again, the tunnel opens up and becomes a staircase, descending into a cauldron huge as a lake. It brims with a whirling black liquid. Dozens of the yoked stand stirring at the edges. An endless procession of shades march in without hesitation and are whipped away by the current. On a balcony above the cauldron, a vast frog-like spirit carefully oversees the entire affair. What are you waiting for? It croaks when you pause. I could ask the amphibian alchemist what awaits you in the cauldron? Yeah, what's going on here? Spirits pile up behind you. The alchemist groans in frustration. You will enter the cauldron and mix with the other spirits, croaks the alchemist. You will taste each other's memories, know each other's innermost selves. If you are strong enough, you will emerge on the other side, stripped of irrelevancies. Your name, for instance. And if you're not strong enough, you will remain in the cauldron, and other spirits will absorb what they need from you. You will still reach death's door. They will take you with them, piece by piece. Oof, dude. Fucking oof. If you don't have a strong enough personality, you'll just be dissolved and then reabsorbed by the other spirits that pass through. Oof! But it looks like I have a decently good chance of just avoiding this. Slip away without attracting the Logoi's notice. You have no desire to lose your identity, but outright refusal will draw unwelcome attention. I'll take a 92% chance. Yeah. You step... Oh, no, this is back into the catafalque, I think. God dang it, Bobby. Alright. So... Alright, what are my options here? Step into the cauldron and try to keep yourself intact, or step into the cauldron focusing on a powerful thought. So for this I need to give up a moment of inspiration. For this I would need to... not give up a moment of inspiration. You'll be relying on nothing but sheer force of will. Luckily, I apparently have a lot of it. The nameless spirit's jar rattles. Allow me, I have relevant experience here. I mean, 100% chance. What am I going to do, say no? As you step beneath the surface, foreign memories flood you, fleeing through long grass, the crunch of bones beneath your jaws, swirling unfamiliar skies. You are coming apart. Spirits swirl around you, silent shapes with arms outstretched. You're buffeted by memories. Sword fights in a forest, sunken libraries, a city aflame. You cling to your name, but there are a dozen other names you can call to mind, and you no longer know which one is yours. You fight the swirling currents and emerge on the other side mostly intact. Your name is gone. The other gaps in your memory are not too severe, you think. My name has been confiscated. No! Not Butt Muncher! Captain Butt Muncher Taglock at your service. Okay. Whistling winds rip through the catafalque as you approach the end of all things. The walls fall away. The high wilderness opens before you. A narrow bridge extends into the void. At the end of the bridge, a seething mass of spirits cluster at the foot of the door, as tall as the sky. Death's door. Is that what this picture is? That's a cool-ass picture. Oh wait, look, shit. I'm down here now. You guys! I'm so sorry! Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm up here now. Hey, hey everybody, I'm up here. Probably doesn't make too much of a difference, but now you can see all my pretty people. They're not they're not really that pretty. I've got like a clay dude, an old lady, a literal devil, a pack of rats, and a mushroom. My top of the line crew. The ones who propel me to success in this world. Anyway, at the end of the bridge, a seething death door. Its every inch burns with symbols indistinguishable from the hundreds of logoi hovering wrathfully above. Well, let's witness the opening of the door. The door fascinates and appalls. It's the ultimate promise, the ultimate threat. How many of the living have ever seen beyond? Have any? You wait. The winds gnaw. Still you wait. Majestic and ponderous, death's door opens. It opens not like a door, but like a dam. A seething cascade of spirits are deposited into the beyond. Beyond, it's punishingly bright. You see ornamented skies draped in turquoise and furious gold. To gaze upon it is a painful privilege, but not one that can be endured for long. You find yourself walking toward the light. Okay, I mean, obviously I can cling to life and avert my eyes, I can cling to life and stare into the light, or I can slip into the light. I really appreciate that it just tells you this will kill you. So I'm not doing that, but obviously I'm going to cling into life and stare into the light. Oh, the light. Perhaps you'll glimpse what lies beyond, if your eyeballs stay intact. You force yourself to stare into the beyond. The beyond pours into you. In the light-swallowed depths are gargantuan wheels, vast as oceans, turning with unstoppable momentum. Between them, glimpses of colossal things like limbs, performing ineffable tasks with flawless precision. Twisting rivers of sapphire light, streaks of language chasing each other up pillars of frozen lightning. Well, that's cool. I'm actually getting more information than I did when I just, drove in there before. Twisting rivers of sapphire light, streaks of language chasing each other up pillars of frozen lightning. Are those spirits you see rising like angels? Why are they writhing? Why are they being pulled apart? It is a brutal, swift, methodical disassembly, a meticulous unmaking. Finally, the light forces you to bury your head in your hands, blinking away furious tears. Searing enigma. Hell yeah, brother. Search for the industrialist's lost love. She must be here. She must. That sounds like fucking Cope, dude. Who knows if she's here? She's probably fucking gone. You dash between the spirits who are pushing toward the door, calling her name. But of course that doesn't work. These shades have been processed through the catafalque. They are faceless, nameless, the memories of their old lives in tatters. So you don't call her name. You call the name of the industrialist instead. Do any of them remember him? One spirit turns to meet your gaze. She clutches your coat, and her shoulders shake silently. The lost love resists your attempts to lead her away from death's door. You hand her a stick of chalk, and she scrawls on the wall of the catafalque. I love him still, she writes, but I am ready to move on. She pulls a small clay jar from her robes and thrusts it into your hands. It holds my voice, she writes. Give it to him, a memento. I could accept the jar and let her go, or I could convince her to return to the world of the living. No, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Let your wife have closure and die. Accept the jar and let her go. It's probably for the best. Yeah, you know it is, dude. Death's door tilts, opens, and blinding light floods over you. A mass of spirits skid helplessly into the light. The lost love is among them. She turns to face you as she descends, perhaps to change her mind, perhaps to see another living thing one last time. Either way, she's too late. The light engulfs her. You are left with the jar. While it's in your hands, and with the faintest exertion of will, you can think a sentence, and the jar will speak in a female monotone. This is all of her that remains. You can only hope that will be enough. Turn back. Back to life. You turn and retreat into the catafalque. As the door opens behind you, blazing light cascades into the tunnels, but you do not look back. Though you have come so far, you turned back from the door itself. Perhaps there are some things that should not be seen. No, I totally looked through it. Wow, this is rare that they kind of wrote a stock message that didn't account for all the possibilities. Okay, I would like to reclaim my face, please. Could I have it back? We don't usually get requests for returns. The jaded quartermaster is a shade with an almost spherical body and a mask whose lips are pursed in frozen contempt. His voice mutters from a clay urn on his desk. You have to stoop to hear him. The Blue Kingdom doesn't really do returns, as a rule. Can I reclaim my name? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? I need an indulgence? That was hard to get, dude. Alright. Okay. A name cannot be returned, but it can be exchanged or taken. By order of the highest representatives of the Sapphire King himself, you've been granted the name of the Jaded Quartermaster. The nameless thing protests. I have many names to trade, the nameless one before you whines. All the names of the dead. Famous names, forbidden names, secret and hideous and profound. No, says the Jaded Quartermaster. Only one name will do. An exchange, then, mutters the nameless thing. It scribbles a contract on a tablet of wax, and you sign. Your name is returned, and it's the Jaded Quartermaster once more. Oh, your name is returned, and it is the Jaded Quartermaster once more. Oh, I see. So I took its name, and then it was like, no. So it allowed me to get my name back in exchange for keeping its name. Alright. So I have to go get a Testament of the Feather. How do I get a Testament of the Feather? Ask the Sun's Daughter for one, or buy one at the House of Days. Alright. This motherfucker, this industrialist, had better give me like $10,000. I swear, dude, I am very annoyed. It was cool. It was neat. Still very annoyed. Alright. See you guys at the fucking something. At the House of Days. Okay, so I went and got another Testament of the Feather. And on my way back, I remembered to stop at the princess's house. And I'm going to turn in my finished story to this unflower cultivator or whatever. Tell her the conclusion you wrought. You finished one of the unflower stories on her behalf. The gardener archivist listens with delight, hanging on to every word. I'm so glad you managed to finish one, she says when you're done, clapping her hands together. Oh, but there are so many more left to conclude. By way of reward, she hands you a bundle of yellowing maps. These maps show the secret pathways of starlight, she tells you in a hushed whisper. Unless it's chart, and a savage secret, that's a pretty good reward, and 500 XP. Yeah, I'm assuming this is like a Radiant quest, like you can do it any number of times. Let's conclude another story. Where do I have to go? Take the Eagle's Empyrean. Alright. So it's a bit of a trek, but you know, next time I'm out there, I can do it. Pick an unflower and read it before it wilts. Sure. What does this one say? It's a fascinating story, packed with vibrant characters and surprising twists. Okay. Alright. Can I talk to the princess? Only yoked are permitted in the audience. It's really interesting. There's this whole balance of who can do what. And it's not necessarily more advantageous to be one thing than another. It just depends on what you're trying to do here. Which is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but it's also not that hard to switch your status, so it's fine. Alright, I'm coming here to get my fucking name back. No, my face. I've been walking around without a face this whole time. You know, like normal. Endless furrows, and Reclaim your face. The quartermaster slams a stack of wax tablets on the desk. Fill these out, he says, and I'll need a testament of the feather, too. Alright. After peering through your signed and stamped tablets, the quartermaster sighs. Wait here, he says, picking up his voice jar and heading for the door. Oh wait, the quartermaster's more like, wait here. I'll need to retrieve your face from the Hall of Stoics. He returns hours later, clutching something ragged and slight. He presses it onto your blank visage, and it settles like a spiderweb. Ugh. The world regains its color. Sounds are sharper, smells keener. You reach up with both hands and gently, reverently push against your familiar old eyes, nose, lips. No more going into the catafalque unless you don't plan on coming back up, says the quartermaster. It's not healthy. I got my face back. Oh. Alright. I think we're basically done here in the Blue Kingdom. I can't think of anything else super duper important to do. I want to go back and report back to the Bleak Industrialist. And then I want to continue with the main quest, which is like going off the edge of the map. Now let's see, do I have any of my officers' quests to complete yet? Not these three. Not these two. Not these two. I've completed all of my officers' quests. We're getting kind of close to the end here, folks. Now let's see. We've kind of done the Forge of Souls. We've got the Forge back to life. The White Well, we did the little story questline thing there. And we've definitely explored Death's Door. I think I need to talk to Melusine Murgatroyd and Lustrum still. We've done the Trader's Wood quest. That one was cool. We've done the Nature Reserve quest. We've done Titania. I think Magdalene's was the amenable host. We did that one like right away. Port Prosper I don't think has a huge quest line. Oh, we need to deliver a Blue Kingdom emissary to Hybris. I don't know if that'll change things. I'm just gonna run straight into this. Did I even look once where I was going? Oh! Whoops. Alright, where else do we have? Okay, so then let's talk about the circus we finished. Carillon. Okay, now Carillon, I want to... There's like one thing you can do if you've collected one of every type of penance, and I haven't done that. And in order to do that, I need to get some kind of soul flaws, because some of the areas where you gather penances, you're only allowed into if you have that certain type of flaw. So I looked it up, and I think I need... What do I need? I need Stained and Flickering. Now I've regained Stained. That one's not super hard to get, but Flickering, apparently you can get it in Piranesi. And I also haven't done the quest line for Piranesi, so that dovetails nicely, because most of the other stuff in Eleutheria I've done. I don't think there's a whole lot to do in Etchless. Like, I've done the whole exploring the Midnight Flower thing. There might be a little more to do there, but I feel like I've gotten the gist of it. The Empyrean, I don't know if there's a quest line associated with it. It feels kind of like London, in that like there are factions to influence, but I don't think that there's like a story per se that you can pursue there. Langley Hall we've done. We found Lord Langley. Oh, we still need to find Lord Langley's lover. Right. Caduceus is done. Rods and Chains is done. That was connected to the Halved and Mr. Barleycorn. So we've got Langley Hall, which isn't actually in Langley Hall. We'll just eventually have to go back there. We've got Piranesi. That's the big open question. Langley Hall, Piranesi. I feel like we haven't spent a lot of time in the Home Bureau. We've done the Floating Parliament thing. I'm pretty sure we've done the Clockwork Sun and Royal Society. Was there anything else to do with the Clockwork Sun? Oh, I need to go back to the Well of the Wolf. Lustrum, the mountain. Yeah, this says you should check on Melusine and Lustrum. Alright, so we've got a number of small things to do, and then a number of major ports to complete, you know, their interesting story parts. So there's a bit left to do, but I'm thinking we're like 80-85% of the way through the game here. And it feels like it, right? Like we're max level. We're not max aspects, or not skills. But we're getting there, folks. I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good about all of it. So yeah, next step is go talk to the Bleak Industrialist, and then advance the main story questline a little bit. And to do that, I might as well go past Lustrum, because I want to stop by there anyway. So that'll work. That'll work out pretty nicely. Don't run into this. Don't run into that guy. Alright, how do you do, sir? Who's not in a fighting mood this day. That guy is. That guy is. Hello. Good thing I'm so fucking so fast. Oh wait, I'm gonna run into a wall. No, I'm not. It's fine. The best pilot. My ship's only got minor dents and bruises. You didn't see, but off screen while I was trucking around, my ship cut down to 3 health. It was a little touch and go for a minute there, but it's fine. Oh, but one other thing I noticed, which is nice, is that unlike every other enemy / entity in the game, if you run into a Logoi, it doesn't stop you. You just kind of slide off of them. I guess because they're not like physically there, or they're not as solid as other things. It's kind of cool though. I also still want to create a scribe spinster for the like librarian at the Forge of Souls, because I promised her I would. I forget what I need for that. Something. Alright, so we're going back through the relay here. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Ask for travel to the Reach. Alright, see ya. Alright, Bleak Industrialist. Your wife is dead as shit. She's super fucking dead. She's dead as hell. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. I crossed the river Styx. I sucked Hades' dick. I told the face they looked pretty. She still didn't want to come back. I don't know what to tell you. Give him the jar containing her voice. He takes it with trembling hands. Is it her? Is she in there? No, you're forced to admit, not her, only her voice. She can speak only the words she is given. So that's all you could do. His voice is husky, in that it is a husk. Motherfucker. He clasps the jar to his chest, tears running down his cheeks. I love you, says the jar tonelessly. I love you. The industrialist retreats to his quarters, locking the door. As you exit the mansion, you can still hear the hollow, I love you, echoing through its halls, underscored by cacophonous sobbing. 1500 experience and a searing enigma. That's all I get? That's all I get for that? For that odyssey that I just went through? Thanks, Elon! Oh boy! Alright, fuck it. We're driving off the edge of the map here, but we're doing it in the direction of Lustrum, because we want to stop by Lustrum. So we're going from here. No, I need to stop at Winchester to drop off some stuff. Here to Winchester to Lustrum. Ready? Engage. And we've made it to Lustrum. Thank the Lord. Through the grace of the Lord Yahweh our God, we have made it to Lustrum. With few trials and tribulations. Ignore the amount of hull that I've lost along the way. It's inconsequential, 18 hull. That's a normal amount of hull to have lost. The mountain sings. Did you guys know the mountain sings? We're going to join the celebration of the mountain singing, and we're going to lose our terror. And get fucked to terror. I can buy some chorister nectar here if I want to. Of course I want to. I love nectar. Anyway, we're going to see Melusine. Hey, what's up, Melusine? Where are you? My fellow Americans. You're in here? You're in the tea shop? Speak to Melusine Murgatroyd. What do you think about Mr. Penny's? Monster? Oh, you mean Mr. Penny's? She laughs. Oh, of course I'm fine. I didn't, you know, pick a fight with it. Between you and me, I think it regretted that nasty business. Said if you survived, I should give you this. Obviously, I thought of keeping it, but it's no use to me. Besides, it said I can go back and see it any time. Maybe have a crack at fixing that array, even. Best way to learn about something quickly, fixing it. Maybe one day I can build my own. Her eyes almost gleam with possibilities. Melusine Murgatroyd, Queen of Immortality. I like the sound of that. You've gained a searing enigma. See, this raises questions because she physically has it in her hands. I thought that this was like a intangible metaphorical concept, and yet she has just given it to me. Mr. Penny's gave it to her, and then she gave it to me. Unless it was like a recording of something really interesting that somebody said. It's like Mr. Penny's got a tape recorder, and he's like, okay, is it recording? Okay, good. Dr. Pepper's not a real doctor. Okay, and then he gives that to Melusine, and she listens to it. Dr. Pepper's not a real doctor. She's like, oh, fuck! Whoa! Mind blown. And then she's like, should I keep this to listen to whenever I'm feeling uninspired? No, I better give it to you. Okay, here you go. And then you take it, and you go back to your ship, right? You go back to your ship. You're like, okay, I'm back on my ship now. All right, I'm here in my cabin. I don't want any of my plebeian crew members listening to this. All right, let's check this out. Let's make sure it's legit. Dr. Pepper's not a real doctor. Holy fuck! Holy fuck, you guys! Like that's gotta be it, right? Or something similar. The Eldritch equivalent of that technology. It's gotta be, because she handed it to me. I don't know what other interpretation to attribute this to. That's gotta be it. I will brook no substitutes. Anyway, we have 13 Searing Enigmas now. I feel like in my last playthrough, I don't remember having this many Searing Enigmas. And I guarded them jealously. I feel like I should make use of them, you know, because what's the point in having something if you're not going to make use of it? All right, you know what? Right now, I'm going to look up what the hell you do with sky stories, because I still have like 147,000 billion sky stories, and I don't know what to do with them. Oh, is it in Lustrum? I mean Titania? It is! Let's go to Titania, you guys, and donate like 7 billion, thousand, million, kajillion sky stories. I'm not exaggerating at all when I tell you how many sky stories I have. Let's go to... Oh, but we're like right here at the edge of the map. Alright, I will do that off screen because that is not important. But right now, you guys, we are venturing off the edge of the map to do something Even the stars keep secrets. Gather a store of fuel and supplies, and search for your friend beyond the edge of the reach. Or more wisely, shut the fuck up. I am not wise. I am curious. I am like Garfield, the cat who was killed by lasagna. I mean, curiosity. Yes, yes. The skies ahead are vacant and dead. The graveyard of stars. A waste stretches before you. The star that reigned over it died cold eons ago. Now its domain is empty of life, drowned in darkness, harried by a howling wind. Your crew beg you to turn back. All that waits ahead is the slow shedding of all that you were, then a frozen death. Search the wastes for your friend. Now see, this is interesting because I have a lot more choices than I expected here. Oh, fuck. How many? This costs me 3 fuel and 2 supplies, and I need to do it apparently multiple times. Or I could venture in. So this is an option that's always available to me? Or I could propitiate the waste wave. What the hell does propitiate mean? I assume it means like satiate, kind of. To gain or regain the goodwill or favor of. Appease. Yeah, appease is the word I was looking for. Let's do that first. Propitiate the waste waif. The waste waif is not a forgiving power. It nurtures grudges with the care and tenderness that a sparrow nurtures its fledglings. But perhaps you can divert its retribution onto another. Someone less vital than yourself. A scapegoat. Use a member of your crew. 1 crew member? Yeah, that's worth it, dude. Oh, but I gain a butt ton of terror. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop it. Oh, that turns me around, okay. Alright. See, again, like it's kind of like another concession to gameplay mechanics in that, like, you cannot physically go too far off the map because then how will you get back? Okay, I'm off the map again, and trigger, okay. Let's venture in, because I want to know what happens when I venture in. Oh, but I fail, because fuck me. Despite your exhortations, the crew will not obey. They've heard too many stories of engines dying in the wastes, of the killing fingers of encroaching ice, of crew and captains going mad in the dark. We'd follow you anywhere, Intendant, but not there. Oh, I do almost anything. All right. But, like, you will, though, because I'm just going to try again. Venture in, guys. Eventually, you convince them. Your locomotive nudges forward into the liquid shadows. The wind threatens to blow you deeper in, and your chief engineer shovels fuel into the engine to fight back. A crewman is praying over and over. On the 3rd repeat, he forgets the words. Hummin', 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 hummin'. A day's hard travel later, you're still only on the outskirts of the waste. You've seen no living thing. The cold of the skies you left behind is only a ghost of the cold here. The cold here stills and slays. Your hull groans beneath a new coat of black ice. What do I do? Let's examine our surroundings. Your lights illuminate vast stone fragments that glitter with frost. Are they the frozen gobbets of shattered worlds? Ruins abraded beyond recognition by the roaring wind? Old idols whose shape would never have been recognizable to you? You spend a restless night in their shadow. At midnight, one of your crew attempts to murder her bunkmate. When asked why, she has no answer other than, because that is how it is done. You imprison her and give the order to head back. The crew scurry, thankfully, to obey. Okay, it did not tell me a whole lot. Oh, okay. Hey, the graveyard of stars. Search the wastes for your friend. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, we failed. What a surprise. For days you scour the waste. There are regions where the suns have died, victims of the polite slaughter concealed by the courtesy. You find nothing but frozen ruins, grim gray monuments, and rubble strewn across the sky. Winds hound your locomotive, battering her every hour of the endless night.
Frost is a constant threat, creeping along pipes, infiltrating the stores. Eventually, you have to turn back. When your engine and crew have thawed, you can try again. Next time, your chances of finding your friend will be improved. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I've got enough to keep going. Search the waste for your friend. Success! Hell yeah, I didn't expect that. Just in time. On the third midnight after you enter the wastes, a junior signaler cries out, "A fire, Captain!" You rush to the window. There, in a ruined palace fragment, you see a flicker of lonely flame. So I just randomly flew off, literally into space, and found something. A small encampment is tucked into the tumbled pillars. Someone has tried to grow a plot of verdant seeds there, but the winds and cold have choked them. There's a lean-to constructed against the side of a locomotive, which has been stripped for parts to build makeshift components. Find the staunch intelligencer. There's no sign of her at the camp. Perhaps she has taken shelter in the scattered remains of her locomotive. You find her in the engine room, rolled in blankets beside the now cold firebox. She's half starved and bitten with frost. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect to find her at all. I expected her to be long dead. Anyway, another day and you'd have been too late. You're struck by the familiar curl of her hair on one cheek, the sharp arch of her eyebrows. Her forearms and hands are wrapped in bandages. She opens her eyes. Recognition dawns in them, then horror. She pushes you away. "The fire follows! If you find me, it finds me! If it finds me, it finds you! Leave me, please!" Do I leave her? And abandon my ambition? Or take her home? None of that. She's coming with you. She fights you, but has no strength. You carry her back to your engine, and put her in your cabin. She weighs next to nothing. You'll need to get her back to New Winchester, and a doctor. As for the fire that follows, and the wrath of the stars, well, que sera, sera. We got her, boys and girls. We got her. 180. Time to turn around, head back to New Winchester. Maybe stop by fucking Magdalene's along the way. Jesus Louises.